Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys. So, yeah, I know I'm right about now catching up on other videos as I probably by the time I'm recording this, but I figure it makes sense if I do another thoughts video for all of you guys. And believe it or not, remember when I did my thoughts video on Pokemon The Power of Us pretty much after it came out on Blu-ray? Well, believe it or not, just probably for this video, I thought it makes sense if I would do it again, except this time it's actually on a movie that I've been meaning to check out for a long period of time, and yeah, oddly enough, I did manage to see it very recently, when I finally got my hands on it, so yeah, that's pretty much the main idea for this one. So yeah, and yeah, I do indeed apologize if I still feel a little rough. Like I said, I'm trying my best to get over this cold I'm having right about now, but I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. So yeah, I'm not dead just yet. So yeah, I'm still getting there. So yeah, I guess with that being said, I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing that I did in my Pokemon The Power of Us video that I did. And yeah, except this time it's gonna be on a different movie that I saw just earlier today, probably by the time I'm recording this as we speak. That movie, of course, being A Silent Voice. Yeah. Man, this intro's taking a lot out of me, so I need water. So yeah, I guess by the sounds of it, the movie I'm of course talking about is of course A Silent Voice. Yeah, it is of course one of those anime movies that I heard great things about, and yeah, it just came out not too long ago. I say earlier this year, and just right around last week, it officially came out onto Blu-ray. So yeah, I was actually very lucky that I pre-ordered this movie off of Amazon, and oddly enough, it just arrived at my house by the time I came back from Heroes and Villains Con. I mean, look at it. It actually looks amazing. So yeah, believe it or not, I was really lucky to get my hands on this movie that I pre-ordered off of Amazon alongside another movie that I got on Blu-ray, that being, of course, Bumblebee. Yeah. So yeah, I've already talked about this movie already in my movies throughout the second half of 2018, so I say definitely go check that one out if you want to know my thoughts on Bumblebee. But yeah, I was able to get these two off of Blu-ray not too long ago, and they did came out last week, and I was able to finally get them to me right around by the time I came home from Heroes and Villains Con. So yeah, I might as well go ahead and set Bumblebee down for a bit, and so yeah, I was actually very lucky to get my hands on A Silent Voice, and yeah, just earlier today, I actually did watch this movie, and yeah, that's pretty much what I did earlier today. So yeah, and if you want to know my full thoughts on this movie, a lot of people are saying it's actually a really good movie, and I wouldn't be lying if I said that I didn't believe them. So yeah, believe it or not, I can now join one of the many people to say that this movie is absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. But I think a lot of you guys are wondering my full thoughts on this movie. Well, believe it or not, I think starting off with the story in general, I think it just pretty much a typical relationship or love type story. I can't remember between both a boy who used to bully a girl who was deaf, which I have to say is actually really impressive. In fact, believe it or not, seeing how it's probably based on the cover, it said it's based on the critically acclaimed manga. So yeah, I have to say this is actually a really interesting story. Probably a relationship between both a deaf girl and the guy who bullied the girl in general, just to but it's just mainly from the yeah, probably just from the point of view of our main character by, of course, Shoko, or yeah, probably from both the both point of views of both main characters, Shoya and Shoka. Yeah, Shoko. Yeah, I do indeed apologize if I mispronounce any of their names. So yeah, it's just pretty much a basic coming-of-age drama story dealing with the relationship between both a guy who used to be a bully and a girl who is deaf, which I have to say is actually really impressive. Probably mixed in with some really great writing from this movie, especially in the English dub that they whipped up, which I have to say is actually really, really impressive. So yeah, and not to mention, so yeah, I think pretty much both the story and the writing, I have to say, is really incredible. I really love on how well developed and how well crafted this movie is, and not to mention the characters, as I mentioned with the two main leads that I mentioned earlier. Pretty much all of the characters in this movie, I have to say, are really interesting. I really love seeing them on screen, and even the ones I hate, I actually really find myself admiring for a bit, and not to mention, it's even mixed in with some really great animation in general. I think it's actually probably the best I have seen in an anime movie like this. In fact, believe it or not, if I could get my take myself a water break for a second. Oh, it feels good. So yeah, I guess pretty much probably the animation for this movie, I have to say, is actually probably the best I have seen in a movie to date. In fact, believe it or not, I think it's probably yeah, I think I did look up online, and it's done by Kyoto Animation, who has done some really great anime, and as well as some really great movies in the past, which I have to say is actually really impressive. So yeah, probably the animation in this movie, I have to say, is actually really, really incredible. It's probably the best I have seen in a movie to date. So yeah, it's really, really incredible. I really love seeing that in general, and not to mention pretty much the tone and the atmosphere, I have to say, is actually incredible as well. I really love on how everything is well shot in general. If you want to, yeah, just to establish that for a second. But yeah, I think it's actually shot pretty well. It's got some really great tone and atmosphere to it, and believe it or not, it's actually deal with a lot of social commentary in this movie. Like, of course, I really love on how they actually represented the idea of deaf people in this movie, but more particularly of our pretty much our main lead, Shoya, or Shoko, yeah, that's what it is, Shoko. Yeah, I think so yeah, I actually really love on how they actually tackle with the idea of deaf people in movies, particularly from our main lead, Shoko. Yeah, like I said, I do indeed apologize if I mispronounce any of their names. So yeah, I really love the idea on how they tackle the idea of deaf people, as well as Japanese Sign Language in general. Yeah, but still, it's actually more towards our main lead, Shoko, which I have to say is actually really impressive. In fact, I've actually, I don't know if I've actually hung around with people who are deaf in general, but I did talk to or hung around with a few people that are deaf, with probably in like my younger years in general. So yeah, I think I really love on how they tackle the idea of deaf people in a movie, or particularly people with hearing disabilities in general, and that's another thing too. I think I really love on how they tackle the idea of pretty much the idea of social commentary on suicide and bullying in general, because they are major issues that need to be addressed. And I think I really love like how this movie actually representing all three of these aspects in general. In fact, they don't actually treat them like they don't actually treat the idea as like something incredibly stupid in general. No, they actually take this as like a serious matter. So yeah, I actually have to say pretty much the whole social commentary in this movie, I have to say, is really spot on. I think I do get upset when I see the characters suffer for a bit, and how tortured they all feel due to their past and stuff, and yeah, that's actually pretty much all I can say right now. I actually think the social commentary in this movie is spot on, incredibly well. So, and yeah, I will also have to say, I think apart from all that, it is also really heartbreaking in general. Like, there were a few times where I nearly burst into tears because of what's been going on in this movie. So yeah, I actually am really impressed on how they did that. Like, you actually do feel sorry for our main characters because of how much trouble, suffering, and pain that they have all gone through. So, and yeah, and another thing too, I think I really love how this movie actually knows the meaning of the term redemption, which I have to say is actually really, really spot on. I really love on how they represented that in this movie. So yeah, it's pretty much all I can say. So yeah, I guess overall for my final thoughts, I actually thought A Silent Voice is actually a really, really incredible movie, and a really heartwarming one in general. So yeah, it's got some great animation, it's got interesting characters, really well-crafted story, and yeah, I think if it's something up your alley, I say definitely check this out. If you absolutely love movies such as Your Name and pretty much all the other anime movies that are fantastic all the way through with what they're trying to do, I say definitely give this movie a watch. It is incredible. It is well worth it, and yeah, it's all around a great film. So yeah, if you actually have the money, I say definitely pick this up on DVD and Blu-ray. In fact, I actually do have the combo pack right here. But yeah, regardless, if you can find this, definitely buy it. So yeah, like I said, A Silent Voice, I think it's a great film, and it's definitely worth checking out if you like these. If it's something up your alley. So yeah, I guess overall for my final score, I am definitely going to give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. Really incredible. Yeah, it's actually really incredible. Love it all the way through, and I say this is definitely well worth purchasing on Blu-ray. So yeah, but I'll let you be the judge for yourself. So yeah, I say definitely check this movie out if you haven't already. So yeah, and I guess with all that being said, that's pretty much it for my thoughts video. Let me know in the comment section below if you saw this movie and what you thought of it, as well as leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. As always, feel free to email if you have any, feel free to send me an email at my email address if you want to book me for a con or event or have any questions. Follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and many other my social media sites that I have provided to keep me up to date. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this thoughts video is actually relatively quick right now, but hey, I gotta work with what I got. So yeah, hopefully my next thoughts video will be probably as good as the one I'm doing right about now, but we'll probably wait and see what happens. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.